What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Bones, Season 12, Episode 7, The Scare and the Score. And I'm not sure how I missed this one. But yeah, as I'm going through, I try to keep everything in order as far as what time the show happens and, what order I normally watch it in. So Tuesday night, there was no Arrow, there was no Legends of Tomorrow, but I think the fact that NCIS had a two-parter and then Bull, and then I was really excited to watch Agents of Shield. I think I just totally missed this one. But yeah, so this is Bones from not this past Tuesday, Tuesday before, and it's kind of a vital one as far as the final season goes. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. To be honest, I kind of saw some of this coming from a mile away. Um, they bring back the guy who tortured one of Booth's old army, his old army chaplain, and tortured trying to get the information that Booth was the one that killed this one guy. Um, and so we have the return of that guy, and then we come to find out after all of this is said and done, he tortures an innocent woman to get to another one of Booth's, I guess, army buddies. And finally, it comes to a moment where we finally see the guy, and it ends up being his dad that was killed. And so I don't know. I just feel like they kind of rushed through all of that to the point where I don't know. It just didn't feel as emotional as it should have. Like it felt like all of that stuff was sort of rushed in near the end. Like, oh, we found out early on that it was apparently the son of this guy that was killed, and then we meet the son of the guy that was killed, and then it's a question of, well, is he the one who actually did it? Is he the one behind it? And so I don't know. Like, it felt like it went boom boom boom, and then we're done. It went from they're questioning him, and then they're trying to figure out, is he actually the son? They figure out he most likely is, and so they're trying to question him, and then all of a sudden he comes in saying that his wife was, no, he was framed because his wife's name was on some sort of the warehouse that was being used or something like that. So he comes in to say he was being framed, and then they get a call that the safe house where Booth and Brennan's kids are has been shot up and has been, like, completely destroyed almost. And so they get there, the kids are okay, but Brennan's dad is shot, and so then they are trying everything they can to try to get information to get this guy put away, and that they pretty much do. It's very simple. Like, boom, boom, they figure it out. They have enough to lock him away, and then they go to the final scene where Brennan's with her dad, and then all of a sudden, he's dead. Like, it felt like even that was sort of rushed through. So I guess the frustrating thing about that is that we wasted so much time on other nonsensical things. You waste a good, I don't know, like a minute and a half with the woman screaming and running and acting stupid away from a raccoon, and then her being like, ah, as she sees a dead body. I just got a new tablet for my birthday, and it likes to make noise right when I'm doing reviews. It's very concerning. But anyway, so we wasted time on that, and then they're examining the dead body, and they find this sort of jewelry, and Cam talks about, oh, it's this thing, blah, 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 this rare necklace or whatever. She's like, Hodges is like, where'd you get that information? She's like, well, from the HSM. Like, the home shopping mall? You watched that? And then Aziri's like, yeah, she does. And I'm just like, so now we're wasting time on that. And that takes about a good 2 minutes. And then they waste another 2 minutes later when Cam and Aziri are having a conversation about. Did I just call him Aziri? Aristu are having a conversation about that. So it's more time wasted there. And it just feels like those minutes could have been brought back to the main story. Or even, like, have some of this be in the episode before when we first heard about this guy. Because even, like, in that episode, there was some stupid stuff being talked about, and it felt like the only thing they really figured out was one of their guys was being tortured for information. That's all they really figured out. And then this one, they had to cram so much information into it that it just all rushed by, and it didn't feel as emotional as it should have. And I guess also part of the fact that I don't feel as emotional as I should have is because Brennan's dad has hardly been involved in this season, and that's not right. Like he should be a key character if you're going to kill him off. He should actually mean something if you're going to kill him off. When Sweets died, that actually meant something because we knew Sweets. We saw him week after week after week. The show's going to feel different without him. What are we going to do without Sweets? Brennan's dad, okay, he was hardly in it. I feel bad for Brennan, but it's not really affecting me, and it should affect me more. I should be connected with the show to the point where when a main character like this dies, I actually feel connected to him. But if I'm being honest, I felt like he's been dead anyway. Like the very interesting story that was Brennan's father from the first several seasons. How I can't remember when he actually. There was that one episode where he had the trial to convict him, and they actually found him innocent. After that, he just kind of became, he's just a side character. He's not used nearly as often. He's just kind of in there every now and then to help out with the kids. That's all he was, really. It was very bizarre. It felt like his character completely changed. That whole criminal background that he had was gone. No mention of it again, to the point where now, we see a little bit of that with the fact that he managed to help take down some of the people that were trying to, shoot up the kids. But we haven't seen enough of him. We've not seen any of this whole criminal backstory or what it means to Brennan or what he means to Brennan. All of that stuff, it's just kind of been brushed over to the point where killing him off, I don't feel like you've earned that. I don't feel like you've earned an emotional reaction from me because I haven't seen him. He hasn't really been involved. He's been here and there, just thrown in. I mean, even the conversation we have at the beginning, apparently he got a pacemaker. Okay, what does that mean? Well, it means the bad guys were able to track them to the house, so it's actually his fault that they even found the kids in the first place. Why was this in there again? Why couldn't it be an inside man? That would have been so much more interesting than just, oh, Brennan's dad had a pacemaker, so that's how the bad guys found him. I don't know. It feels like this episode should have been amazing. It's wrapping up that really interesting story they had a few episodes ago, and yet I feel like it kind of was wasted. And I don't want to feel like that. It's the last season of Bones. I don't want to feel like this on episodes like this. Aubrey's dad, that storyline was wasted because it just felt like they sort of brushed over it. Now this one wasted because they sort of brushed over it. Who knows what? Maybe Zach Addy. Maybe that the trial will happen. He'll be found innocent and brushed over. They need to really stick to something. They need to stick to some sort of emotional payoff. Because if you keep just rushing through these stories and then giving us crap episodes in between, I'm gonna hate this final season. I'm just gonna be honest. Like that's it. This is your final season. This is your final chance to leave an impact with the show, and you're going out in the worst way possible. You've already ruined two great storylines. You're getting close to ruining another one, probably. And I just don't know what they're doing now. I don't know what the point is anymore. I don't understand why is this season even happening. And it's really sad. Like I've said before, and I won't go into my whole rant about how great the show used to be, but hopefully they can step it up in the last few episodes because this is episode 7. There are only 12 episodes this season. They've got 5 episodes to leave an impact on their way out, and right now I don't see it happening. Aside from the Zach Addy episode, the rest of the episodes have kind of been crap. I can't really think of any that caught my attention and said, "Oh yeah, that's good." Aside from maybe the episode that introduced this guy that wanted to kill Booth, but other than that, I mean, just complete nonsense, complete waste of time so far. I'm really sad. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you like and dislike about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about it and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Bones reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.